Rosaria exclaimed with a mixture of shock and awe. You've met God. How Taeyeon responded in a calm, measured tone. There was a fragment of God in my world as well. I managed to meet one and speak with it. Rosaria looked at him with a mixture of curiosity and suspicion, then softly asked, You told me that even you had the right to know about the king, but there was nothing I could do. But now, everything's changed. Her voice was composed, yet beneath it lay a commanding seriousness. You've reached it. Faster than I expected. Was this fate, or merely coincidence? She leaned in slightly, her gaze piercing. Because of your meddling, everything has been moving ahead of schedule. If you've truly uncovered the truth, then you must understand your own fate now. Her tone grew more strict, more demanding. Seeing you here, standing before me, surely you have an answer. She pressed on, her voice unwavering. You have received the powers of the king, not the god. You are not bound by the same burdens as the rest of us. Her gaze softened just a little, yet her words carried weight. Whether you choose to continue that decision is yours alone. Taeyeon's mind drifted into reflection, his thoughts echoing. In silence, I just wanted to enjoy life at first, he thought. To get even for all those years of frustration as a non-awakened. He shifted his focus inward. Then I wanted to become powerful so I could find true happiness. But as he learned more about the abyss's dark secrets, his perspective began to shift. The more I uncovered, the more I sensed there was a reason, why the king had me regress, and granted me these powers. He was struck by a realization and admiration for his own drive and persistence. But then, a darker truth emerged. My drive, my persistence, it's not just for myself. He understood that the king's true intention was different. The king wants something from me. To use my drive, my persistence for someone else to carry his heavy burden. A shiver ran through him as a thought crystallized. Knowing I have the potential to walk the same path as the king, this realization extended beyond himself, beyond Earth. To protect my world, I will take control of the coming war. Turning to Rosaria, Taeyeon asked with earnest resolve, Lend me your strength. In return, I will raise you to a higher place. Rosaria regarded him with calm, amused admiration, then replied, That was an impressive speech. But remember, you are the key, not the king. Her eyes sharpened. To become as strong as the true king, you have a long road ahead. Suddenly, as if on cue, an unseen force surged through him, causing his rank to skyrocket to SSN, unprecedented. Overwhelming power awakening within him. Rosaria stood abruptly, eyes wide with astonishment. How did you become so powerful? She demanded. Taeyeon smiled with quiet confidence. When I chose to follow the same path as the king, I absorbed a fragment of God. He looked her directly in the eyes, challenging her. Do you still doubt me? Her expression softened into a pleased smile, yet she maintained her serious tone. When I heard that the king wanted to pass his powers to someone else, I opposed it fiercely. There was no one else capable of bearing that burden. But now, she admitted, it seems I was wrong. I had missed this feeling. They sat together, the atmosphere thick with unspoken understanding. Sipping wine as the conversation deepened, Rosaria broke the silence. I am no longer your superior. Then, with a slight smirk, she declared, Contractor, I now acknowledge you as an equal partner. She fixed him with a piercing gaze. With the race war approaching, how much do you truly know? Taeyeon responded without hesitation. Once the territorial wars end, I will become the king. Then, beings from the upper world will attack. That's all I know for certain. He added with conviction. The fragment of God wasn't very talkative. Rosaria, with a teasing glint in her eyes, said, You lied to me. Taeyeon, taking a measured sip, replied smoothly, If I hadn't, you wouldn't have cooperated. Rosaria called him a sly little leech. Her expression grew serious once again. Let me tell you what I know. She admitted, Even I don't know everything, but I will share what I do. She began explaining in detail. Once the territorial wars end, the race war will begin. The reason, those in the upper world don't want anyone from the lower worlds to gain enough power to threaten them. Specifically, the king of the upper realm doesn't want that to happen. Taeyeon listened intently, absorbing every word. The king of the upper world. There's one too. Rosaria nodded solemnly. Yes, he's like our king, a monstrous figure of the abyss wielding a fragment of God. He was the first to ascend to the upper realms and reach God. She named him plainly, the Demon Dragon King, Baal. Hearing that name, Taeyeon's expression hardened. The dragon, the one the king fought in No Name's memories. He asked in a hushed tone. So, those with fragments of God are fighting each other to reach God first. Rosaria shook her head. No, Baal has already reached God, but he rejected owning the fragments and betrayed the original divine. His goal is to sit in God's place. She explained further, the king was aware of this, and seeked to restore the natural order. That's why the king of the upper realm fights the king of the lower realm. Taeyeon leaned forward, voice steady. Why don't the upper realm armies attack now? Rosaria answered with a hint of mystery. There's a powerful restraint force that prevents them from acting unless specific conditions are met. It was likely created by the king himself. Determined, Taeyeon declared, I need to defeat all the archdukes and build an army capable of opposing the upper realm. That's the key to winning this territorial war. Rosaria nodded approvingly. Do you understand now why you must fight the archdukes? She then prepared to provide crucial information. Let me explain the powers and forces wielded by each archduke. It's time to decide where will you begin. Taeyeon's eyes burned with resolve. With Orgel, there's a debt I need to settle. Rosaria warned, but Orgel controls the largest territory within the abyss. A war of attrition could be dangerous. Other archdukes will rise to challenge him. Suddenly, a subordinate burst into the chamber, frantic and trembling. My queen, important news. She presented a scroll, which Rosaria quickly examined. Her face lit up with a predatory smile. The stage is set. She turned to Taeyeon, eyes gleaming. You told me you'd take me higher, right? Now, prove that those words weren't just empty promises. The scene then shifted dramatically. In the vast, contested western territories, the dry desert roared with battle. The combatants, Grand Succubus Knight Musarian rank, SSAND, her formidable opponent, Bloodier rank. Cespludia sneered. Your master was called the weakest archduke. No wonder. Musarian shot back sharply. Don't insult my queen. Bloodia's eyes flashed with arrogance. You should have beaten, demanded your rights. This abyss demands survival of the fittest. All of us, along with our masters, will submit to me, Bloodia, the Crimson Archduke. She declared confidently, this dry desert now belongs to Lord Igman. Just as the tension reached its peak, Taeyeon arrived on the scene, a calm yet mocking smile on his face. Survival of the fittest, I like that. Bloody's eyes widened in surprise. A human? Who are you? Taeyeon chuckled softly, hands casually in his pockets. The one you look down on so much, a mercenary serving their proud queen. With this, the chapter ends. Please leave a comment. It helps boost my videos. Even an emoji would do. Thanks.